ਮਾਰਚ 2018 ਦਾ ਦਿਨ ਕਮਲਾ ਨਹਿਰੂ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਸਕੂਲ ਚੱਕ ਹਕੀਮ ਫਗਵਾੜਾ ਦੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ 'ਚ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਅੱਖਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਸ ਦਿਨ ਕਮਲਾ ਨਹਿਰੂ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਸਕੂਲ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਦੇ ਉੱਚ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਅਧਿਆਪਕਾ ਸ਼੍ਰੀਮਤੀ ਪੀਕੇ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਹੈੱਡਕੁਆਰਟਰ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਨਿਧੀਆਂ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼੍ਰੀਮਤੀ ਪੀਕੇ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ਨੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੀ ਡਿਜੀਟਲ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਟਾਫ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਉਪਲਬਧੀ ਲਈ ਕਾਫੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਪਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ।
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yes, now we can hear you.
All right. Actually, I had to switch it on and I missed on it. Yeah.
Oh, no worries. Before we get started, I just wanted to make sure, is it okay if we record this conversation just so that we have notes that we can look back on?
Yeah, we can have it as a conversation the way you feel like. It's okay.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I'm going to start recording then. I'm so excited to hear more about your school. Thank you very much for taking the time to fill out the survey, the form that you filled out. Your answers are awesome. I was just reading through some of the wonderful things that your school is already doing. Sounds like you're enjoying being a showcase school. You guys have a lot of initiatives going forth. Because you had so much to say in the form, I don't want to repeat everything, but I do have a couple of things that I'm interested in knowing more about.
Yes.
But first, can you just give me the lowdown of your school, the basic, when you started becoming a showcase school, what you were using before and what you are using now in terms of devices?
Okay. We started way back in 2007, April. And I'm the founder principal of this school, so I see my baby growing up, you can say that. It's in a village, it's in a small village, and we have, if I tell you about my school and the type of clientage we have, it's in a rural background where parents are not educated, right? Where it's so difficult to find educators also, where IT is not the in thing as such. But then there was a dream, a vision, and we started with the use of IT in the school from its inception. I can say these were the baby steps, you know. I always felt that you have to lead by example. So a small little thing, one was that having your iPad, in good old days I had my iPad with me and I would have my staff meeting. And that was trying to role model the use of technology. Today, of course, I have my phone and I have my OneNote in it and I have so many pages for every group of teachers I'm supposed to meet, so that's a drastic change. Since it was a normal school and in the sense nobody knew how to use IT, my teachers were not very friendly, IT friendly, so taking them to the desktop itself was a challenge for me. And at the same time, I had my own challenges. In the sense, I am not born in this IT era. I am a migrant to this IT era, but an ambitious person that the team should be doing extremely well. So the result was that taking them to the desktop was a challenge. And then we said, oh, it's all right, we just type the question paper, so that means feel the keyboard. And then we said, oh, it's all right, why don't you propose a lesson online? So, and then we don't, somehow we felt that we should be making our own softwares. That makes my teachers a little more confident, my computer science teachers, and they have the ownership of the software, so they prepare the teacher's diary software, and slowly, steadily, it was online diary writing by the teachers. Then it went in for the results also, which was a manual preparation of the results. And then we decided, why not have the computerized one? So the data entry. So these were small steps, and today when I look back and I see my teachers today, they don't even know. I personally feel that we don't even know we have transformed. But then we have walked many miles for this transformation. Small steps. And then, an arm around the waist of one of my teachers, oh, you're fabulous, throw pep talks, everything worked. And today I believe I'm a very happy mother hen feeling, as you might call it, seeing all my teachers doing so extremely well. So that is it. And if we move ahead, this was at the same time, we went on doing number of collaborative projects. So we were doing, we were having international, at that time I was so proud to say that we have 35 partner schools and we're doing so many projects with them. That's the initial years. But today, if I see, we have, I don't know, maybe 250, maybe 300, maybe 500 partners. We have worked with so many schools. So that's how we have started from that initial system and how we have moved up. I have confident teachers.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That is quite a transformation. You have quite a story here. It's very wonderful to hear. And a lot of these students you mentioned are first generation learners.
Yes, they are. You know what? These first generation learners, they aspire a lot, right? The first thing the parents want is a good school. And for them, what is a good school? A good school is where they can communicate in English and where they can use upgrade their IT skills. This part of the country, Punjab in India, is where the parents have gone for greener pastures to different countries. Many of the houses in the villages are locked up because the father is there, the mother has gone there, and these young children, they're only living with a single parent here, and they aspire, I have to go abroad. And the father calls up from there and say, ma'am, teach them. They should know, they should be doing some, we are working as daily workers and the blue collar jobs and all those things. We just want our children to do very well. So that is the type of will to learn in my children. So, and you have to rise up to make their dreams come true. And that's what exactly we are doing in our school.
Oh, you just gave me goosebumps. Very powerful story. And so, just a quick question, is the first generation learners then, I think you just said that their parents did not attend school, most of them, is that correct? I just want to make sure we understand the term.
I didn't get that, please. We can be a little slow.
Oh, sure. I was just asking, when you use the term first generation learner.
Yes, yeah.
You had mentioned that a lot of their parents maybe did not have a formal education. And so does this mean that they're the first one in their family to go to school?
Yes.
Even at a beginning level? Okay, great. I mean, that's...
It is so. This part of the country, farming is the main occupation. So it's a rural belt, and it is actually first generation learners. And if at all, some of them have gone to some schools, it is the village schools. And these village schools, they are the normal, ordinary, very simple schools where you really don't, which is pretty different compared to public schools, which are the private schools, where we focus a lot on so many other things. So if they have gone, maybe class 5 odd, it's like that, but majority first generation.
Wow, okay, thank you for clarifying.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And just to clarify what your students are using, at one point the school has adopted a bring your own device.
Yes.
What is the majority of devices that students have, and is that system still in place?
You know what? We really struggled a lot. I believe challenges at every stage, but then, somehow God has been kind. He holds a hand in terms of Microsoft coming to us. So what we did was we decided that since my teachers, they are into it now in a big way, they have upgraded their skills, why not now go for the children to do the same? So we decided way back in January, end of when we were a Microsoft associate school, we decided we should go for BIED, and who can stop us? And we decided bring your own devices, we'll do it. And then we had all types of devices. And then after that, what happened was our country went through a great great challenges, when it comes to demonetization. They say this was a big step for our country, but that demonetization which was there, it brought a big hurdle. These children, we had finalized that we'll be having the same devices. We thought of HP laptops, but then when demonetization came, the money which was in circulation in our country was, it wasn't that much. So the parents were now very worried that how are we going to run our own houses? How can we spend this about 18,000 on this? And then they retraced a step back. Then again a challenge. Then we finally said, we started with bring your own devices, whatever it is, let's do it. I thought, we thought that if they travel a little bit and then they'll be so happy. We tried it in our own computer labs, we'll do it there. Then they brought some of their own devices and then we did it. And then demonetization said nothing doing. And then we said still demonetization is not going to stop us. Bring your devices. It could be a mobile phone, it could be iPad, it could be a laptop, anything which they had. It was a challenge because, the configuration was different. Some were working at a faster pace, some were less. And then at the top of it, everybody did not join us. So I said challenges were there, but strong team I have. We're going to do it, I would say. And my teachers would say, oh yes, we're going to do it. And then what happened when the 400 odd children from grade 3 to grade 7th is what we had thought of. We said, let's start in this particular manner, because parents have their own apprehension that internet means something bad. They're not that much literate. We are not in a metropolitan city of India. We are still, India is developing, and we are there in an area where many things are not heard, and internet was a taboo over there. They would say, no, something wrong, they're going to watch or something. So we had to take them into a confidence. Right, and then we
build their trust.
And then this different devices they had, all of them didn't have. So the parents said, "You please put the children with devices in one section and the others in the other section." And again, good sense prevailed, and we said, "No, nothing doing. We're going to have it together. We talk about values. We preach values. They're going to share the devices." And the purpose was the other child should also see. It worked beautifully. It worked for some time. There were 8 sections who were there, who were involved. But then the challenges of internet, could not, all of them, all 400 could not use together. So we said, it's all right. What if they cannot use? We devised a timetable wherein we decided that we'll have these two. The 4th class will use first, then the grade 5 will come, and then this 6. So 3rd period we'll have this, 4th period we'll have this. Then we designed that, on Monday this class would have, on Tuesday this class would have. Plenty of apprehension. To the extent that some of the parents said, why do you want to do it, ma'am? When other schools are not doing, still other schools are not doing in this part of the country. But God's grace, my children have a great experience. They're loving it.
So the timetable and the sharing one grade level at a time, is that because the bandwidth of the internet is limited to a certain number of devices?
Yeah, actually a path which is not well traveled, or rather never traversed before. Challenges are there at every step. We did upgrade a bandwidth. It is 10 Mbps, right? But how to distribute it was a challenge. We did take help from outside, worked for a month or two, could manage it to some extent, but that is still a problem which need to be attended to. Still we have to do that. Maybe this new session will manage it.
Yes. But it's a good system though, and it's an interesting way that you devised to continue getting everybody an opportunity. I think there will probably be other schools in the world that might look at your information here and want to converse with you about ways to solve some of these problems, given the limited amount of access. I think everybody has to get a little creative sometimes.
Yes.
I want to know a little bit about some of the projects that you mentioned in your form. about some international projects that you have your students working on, the SOS for Love, the #No Hunger,
Yeah.
all of those. I'm very curious how does your staff and your teachers, how do they find out about these projects?
Oh, that's fantastic. A wonderful question, and I can brag a little bit more. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitter, this part of the country and this group of teachers, we are at least 50 odd teachers are very, very active on Twitter. To begin with, as I keep saying, I have to role model in front of my teachers. I was the only MIE expert initially, way back in 16. Today, I boast of 34 MI experts. Dream that I have entire staff, 80 plus of them MI experts. That's my dream. It's possible, right? The environment is such in our school, the culture is such. So all these international projects, we come to know from Twitter, through Twitter. And then now 37 of them are there on the MIE group. So we see who's starting there, and then we are regular visitors to MEC. All my teachers, we have teachers who've done 90 plus courses. So when all these courses we're doing, we see if anybody uploads anything, and then we're excited. So it's not this year. We have been doing international projects for quite some time now. These are the ones which are in hand right now. So, and then maybe I can talk about the climate action project, in this we have, yeah.
Which one is that? The innovation project? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Innovation, the climate action project is there. I've mentioned it. The innovation project starts in April. We have started working on it. Decided the children have been mentally prepared. I have some teachers with me, and it is Cohen Timmer's project. He's amongst the top 10 Varkey Foundation global teacher. He's there. So this project, the climate action project, we had taken part last year. My grade 7 was part of it. And this is a new step which the government of India has taken. So they gave us a lump sum grant of about 20 lakhs to establish this. So now it will have a robotics section as such. We'll be having a 3D printer, I would read articles on 3D printer. And today we are the owners of a 3D printer. And
wow.
It speaks volume, So we're going to have this lab functioning from April, and April is the time when the new academic session starts. So my grade 6 to grade 12 will be visiting this lab, and we will be teaching them everything about robotics, and then they program, and then they will design, and then they will print out using the 3D printers. Fantastic things are happening, I feel very, very blessed,
Wow.
So that's it. And then they're going to train my teachers further. We became Microsoft School. We had so many trainings for our teachers, courtesy Microsoft. Now we will be having the Atal Tinkering Lab, again so many trainings. So, my teachers, they say, even I want to be in it, even I want to be in it. It's not that, okay, you go for the training. Yeah, everybody, aggressive learners, fantastic team.
That is really incredible, because if you know other schools and how teachers oftentimes view trainings, they sometimes miss that desire and that growth mindset
growth mindset. Yeah, that's it.
Learn the new stuff. So this tinkering lab, it will be on your school property.
Yes.
And students will have access to it throughout the week. And will it also be open before and after school, or is it just mostly when their teacher brings them?
See, the planning is, I have a dream. I dream that this school produce scientists for this country and for the world. For that, it has to be truthful use of this tinkering lab. Students from grade 6 initially, everybody is going to go. And as per the directions which are given, we'll be following it in toto, that every child goes over there for 6 hours in 3 months, first 3 months. Children who are more interested can go to the next level, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Once everybody has gone through, so the first club, the basic club, the second one, the third one, and fourth one. And then we'll be taking part in the international robotics competitions and international various other competitions which are there when it comes to robotics or designing or design thinking. So we would be participating in it, and then once the routine has been done, this lab would be open throughout the day. Not only to our children, it will be open before, it will be open afterwards. It will not be a teacher wise, there will be a dedicated teacher in ATL lab, because we want wonders to happen in the school. It will happen if the access is there and it's not a limited access. We'll be open to other schools which are there around, because you know a lone voyage is not a happy voyage. People moving with you, that's what we pray and look forward. So that's it. So we will be having, we'll be doing it with great aspirations and enthusiasms and vision that we actually succeed. So that's it.
Oh, it's very exciting. And you said this is going to start this April, April 2018?
April. Yeah, April 2018.
Oh, that's just around the corner.
Just around the corner, another 10-15 days or so.
Yeah, that's very, very exciting. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been such an inspiration, and we are so excited that Microsoft is there to support you, and that you have been utilizing all of the benefits of being a showcase school. So
thank you. Thank you. We are privileged to be a showcase school. The help we got. Miles we have traveled. Thank you.
I think Microsoft is privileged to have you as an advocate.
You know what?
It's an honor to work with teachers like this.
You know what I keep saying is, take us for any pilot project. Your pilot project would be a success in our school.
Oh, that's great. It really has been such an honor to talk with you tonight.
Same here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, and we will hear from you again soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
It's a great day, and bye-bye.